If knowledge helps in creating faith, that's very good. But if knowledge itself becomes a means of pride, then that knowledge leads to downfall. Karmanyako vidastabdha mudha panditmaninas vadanti chatukan mudha yaya madhvya girotsuka. Those who only rotate in theory and never do practical, they can never progress on the spiritual path because they develop a disease called Jnanabhiman, the pride of learning. This pride is the number one obstruction on the spiritual journey. But when we engage in Sharanagati, surrender, practical surrender, then it makes us humble. We start getting the realization and it makes us humble. So that is why that then leads to faith. Just reminded of an interesting story, a real story that took place of 500 years ago, actually even more than that, about 700 years ago. There's a temple close to Jagannath Puri called Sakshi Gopal Mandir. Has anybody had darshan in Sakshi Gopal Mandir? All right. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to Sakshi Gopal, he personally related this story to Nityanand Prabhu, etc. What happened was that two Brahmins from Vijayanagar in Andhra, they had gone to Vrindavan for Tirth Yatra. One Brahman was rich and old. The second Brahman was young and poor. The second one did nishkam, selfless service of the older one. The older one was so pleased, he said, I am indebted to you. And when we go back, I'll give my daughter's hand to you in marriage. The young poor Brahman said, look, I have done Nishkam Seva, I want nothing. And besides, I am not qualified to marry your daughter. I am a poor person, you are from a rich family, your relatives will not agree. That man said, she is my daughter, why can I not have it done? The young one said, if that is your resolve, before Gopalji, you make a sankalp. The old Brahman took a sankalp before Gopal that I promise I will give the hand of my daughter in marriage to this Brahman. And the young Brahman said, Gopalji, you have heard it. If required, you will come and give Sakshi, witness that he has made this resolve. From there, they returned back to Vijayanagar. Now, out there, a few days went by, and this young Brahman came to tell the old one that fulfill your word. The old one really wanted it, but when he informed his son and his wife, they were strictly opposed to it. How can we give our daughter to that poor Brahman? So the son made up a story. He said that my father had gone with this person and he stole my father's wealth, and now he has created this story about the marriage. So the young Brahman told the old one that you had given Sakshi before Gopalji. The old one said, if that is the case, then ask Gopalji to come here and give Sakshi. The old Brahman actually wanted it. He was hoping that Gopalji will come. The younger one said, all right, in that case, I will get him here. So he went back to Vrindavan. And he prayed and cried before Gopalji that, look, he gave the word in front of you. Now you have to come and prove him to be right. Gopalji said that, how can I walk? Have you ever heard of a deity that walks? The Brahman said, I have also never heard of a deity that talks. How are you talking? Gopalji said, all right, I will come. You will walk ahead, I will walk behind. You will not look behind. The moment you look behind, I will stop there. He said, how will I know that you are behind? Gopalji said that you will keep hearing my ankle bells. All right. Now they started off. So this Brahman was walking and he would keep hearing the ankle bells, but he had given his word that he will not look behind. So he kept on walking, until they reached just outside the village. And out there, the bell ringing stopped. So he looked back and Gopalji had stopped there. But he came there to give Sakshi. So the old Brahman was actually delighted. He gave his daughter in marriage. Later on, when Prataparudra became the king of Puri, he brought Sakshi Gopal close to Puri. That is how Sakshi Gopalji came to reside there. Now that is the power of faith. You know, this faith is such a tremendous thing. The Bible says, if you have faith the size of a mustard seed, you can move mountains. But that faith, how do you get that kind of faith? The Kathopanishad says, Astitevopalabdhasya tattva bhava prasidati. The day you have complete faith, that very day you will become God realized. You already have the knowledge. We all know God is everywhere. He is sitting in the heart. The Gyan is there, but the Shraddha is not there. The Vishwas is not there. That's because the inner realization has not dawned. So when we engage in the devotional process in Sharanagati, you will get a different kind of Gyan, the one from inside. Shree Krishna talks about it in the Bhagavad Gita. Tesham satatayuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mamupayanti te. Arjun, to those devotees of mine who are satatayukt, who are always thinking of me, bhajatam priti purvakam, who worship me with great love, I, sitting in their hearts, give them the divine knowledge from within, by which they can easily reach me. Well, that is the knowledge we want, the realization. It doesn't mean that you throw away theoretical knowledge. You use theoretical knowledge, don't just remain in it. And in accordance with that, you do the bhakti. So when you get the inner realization, the faith will come. And through that faith, your work will be done. So Narad Ji says, look, merely by knowing about a king, you don't become a king. Merely by knowing the cookbook, you do not fill your appetite. In the same way, mere knowledge will not lead to anything. Bhakti is its own fruit.